Welcome to this week's EMBN show, and this week we're talking about flying with your e-bike.
Or even if you can, and we'll also be checking in with Tracy Mosley, a new e-bike convert.
Plus we've got a great climb of the week this week, so let's get to it.
Okay, let's get started, and we'll begin with this story that Tracy Mosley is back from pregnancy. She's out on a bike. Congratulations, Tracy, by the way. Love to you and family from EMBN. Yeah, she's out back on a bike, and it's all thanks to her Trek Powerfly
E-bike. So she is former world downhill champion and EWS champion. Won lots of races, and now she's had a kid. She's back on e-bikes. So good to see that.
Unreal bike rider. Her bike skills are amazing, and she said she's just getting out for hour-long rides, but it's really great because after 4 to 5 months of basically no exercise, she's loving being out on her bike and getting to places she probably couldn't reach at this point without the old help of a bit of pedal assist.
In other news, Paul Bolton, the enduro rider, now we're talking about enduro motorbikes here, confusing enough, but he's a top level rider, and he uses mountain bikes in the past to prepare and train for those events. He's actually using an e-bike now, so great for his skills, also getting that whole body workout like he says in the video.
Yeah, and this riding in this video is absolutely brilliant. I think this is the best argument for e-bike trials I've seen so far. I mean, no stop rules, he's just riding up some incredible stuff. You would never get up this stuff just pedaling like that without an e-bike. It looks so good.
He is a super skillful rider on a mountain bike. I've seen him before and on an enduro bike of course, but that looks great, a perfect bike for that type of riding. Niels LaRue has been in touch about what I was talking about last week. So riders using e-bikes rather than their road bikes, try and do some low intensity rides. And there's a good interview here with Julian Absalom that Niels has sent us to. And basically Julian's saying he wants to avoid cars, do his low intensity rides, but work on his technical skills at the same time. And he's been doing this for a while, but he's not been able to say so because of other sponsorship arrangements. So he used to ride for BMC.
That's amazing.
BMC actually do have an e-bike now, but yeah, it's funny. It's closet e-bike riding. Is that happening with the pros?
Well, we know that there are pros out there using e-bikes, but they're not talking about it because either their brand doesn't produce a bike, or that it's a bike they don't want to promote because it doesn't work with the other things they're sponsored by. So we know it's happening, but it is funny to think of all these riders out there like secretly riding their e-bikes. We know who you are.
I also think there's a bit of a stigma still, of course, with e-bikes. So there's a lot of pro riders who don't really want to be associated just yet, but I'm sure that's going to change. Next couple of 3 years, everyone's going to be making them, people will be riding them, and we'll see some pro e-bike riders, no doubt, as well. Yeah,
pro e-bike trials riders, because that's going to be the new big sport in the world of e-bikes. It is, I promise. Right, I've got a question for you, Neil, and it's coming in from Julian Wiseman. He wants to ride this event called the South Downs 100. It's in the UK. It is, as the name suggests, 100 miles on the South Downs. Big ride. Can he mess with his controller unit on his bike and make his e-bike go 100 miles?
I don't know.
Because there's some big climbs.
We had a viewer sent in a couple of weeks ago something they'd done 100 and something K, 110K maybe in the Alps. So it's a big ride. 100 miles is quite a lot more than that. So Julian says he's got to specialise. He can use the mission control to try and make the battery last, but I don't know. I think that's asking a bit much.
Yeah, he does say there's obviously some big downhills as well where he wouldn't have to use them. There's only one way to find out, Julian, I think, and that's be like the lab rat and get out there and do it.
I don't want to do it.
See how far you go.
So we're talking about flying with e-bike batteries and the problems that ensue. Well, Toby Head is from Australia, and he went on holiday with Qantas with his e-bikes, 2 e-bikes, flew out there, had a great time. When it came to flying back, they wouldn't let the bikes back on, they wouldn't let the batteries back on, should I say. And in fact, that's right, we've not seen any airlines let you fly with batteries above 160 watt hours. So Toby got away with it on the way out there. On the way back, had to freight those batteries back. So obviously the batteries, they're £600 or £700 each.
Yeah.
You don't want to lose those.
That is crazy. And it's such a low limit, isn't it? 160.
Yeah. BA say 160, so I've not seen anyone fly with their batteries legally yet, should I say, so I don't know how to do it.
No, it's not allowed, but I tell you what, I've got a bit of experience with this because I've got this, I don't know if you've seen this handbike I've got, made by Batac Mobility. It's a Spanish brand. It's a really cool bike, but that's obviously electric assist. Now, they've created a battery, 280 watts, that you can take on planes. batteries.
Okay.
And you can do it because it's got a certificate that comes with it, which I have my one here for my battery.
Nice.
It's not usually framed. I've gone a bit far there when I take this to airports. And that certificate means I can take that on because it's for a mobility device, so I can take a slightly bigger battery.
What about your Canyon, the big battery, the Ego kit?
Yeah, you couldn't do it. We couldn't get the battery out there.
Right.
I mean, obviously that's a huge battery, 3,400 watts.
Massive.
So absolutely crazy. And we couldn't get it out there. We had to borrow a couple of batteries off Brett Tippy, legend of mountain biking, who's also sponsored by Ego Kit.
Yeah.
And he had some batteries that had been shipped out there, you know, commercially. Right. So
that does make sense though. So that's what I think might happen in the future. Actually, a quick Google search does show a few places around Europe, especially, where you can go and hire a battery. So Bosch batteries are pretty standard. Of course, every bike's different. You could potentially go to a specialised shop in Spain or France and actually pay to borrow a battery. That's another way of doing it.
I think the solution is, Neil,
Yeah.
industry standard batteries. That's the one. If we had industry standard batteries, then we could all just use any battery wherever we go. Problem solved.
It's a great idea. Have you ever seen the mountain bike industry do anything like that?
What, simply? No.
Doesn't happen. Well, Specialized Bike, their battery has some of the brain computer built into that battery, so that's not going to work.
Yeah, but that bit could bolt onto the standard battery.
Potentially.
See where I'm going with this?
People are hiding batteries inside frames. I don't know if it's going to work, but it's a great idea.
Problem solved. So with all that in mind, why don't we get into a poll?
Well, it's quite a simple one this week, but I'd like to know what you think about riding holidays. Would you rather go through the hassle of taking your bike and renting a battery whilst you're out there? Or would you rather say, stuff it, I'll just rent the whole bike whilst I'm there?
Right, let's dive into some tech this week, and Neil's going to start us off with this amazing bit of kit from Mr. Wolf.
Before you jump in with a terrible piece of tech, I'll get this one out there. So Mr. Wolf, their slogan is "We solve problems," and this is their moose. So it's inspired by a bib moose for motorbikes again.
Yeah.
And they're trying to aim this at e-bike riders. So it's got an insert that is sort of foam, but we've also got a tube in there to pump that sort of foam against your rim to get it nice and snug. Who knows if this is going to work? They do say that although you do have a heavier insert, you can run lighter weight tyres now to bring it back down almost to a normal tyre weight.
Wow.
I know the one thing, I do have some experience with moose on motorbikes, is sometimes they'll get soft. When you use them a lot, they'll get really, really soft. So you can't really change your pressure, you know, how that tyre feels. So who knows, but you're not going to get a puncture with it, that's for sure.
That's interesting. I prefer a panna cotta myself, but I was a bit jealous about your bit of tech just there.
Yeah.
So I went on Kickstarter.
Yeah.
One of my favourite websites.
You find some great things on Kickstarter.
For crazy ideas. And I found this, what I think is probably the future of e-mountain biking. A joystick bike. Just what we've all been looking for.
If that's the future of e-mountain biking, I'm out.
A bike controlled by joystick. No messy handlebars. No messy handlebars in a way. This is like literally a flying computer game in your hand. They've got an off-road version with a big fat bike rear tyre.
Oh, now
it's
I'm interested.
Recumbent, so that's perfect for off-road use. An incredible bit of e-bike tech.
Time for Climb of the Week. What we got?
Well, we've got this one, Neil. I don't know if you've seen it, of Steve Jones not making it up this hill.
It's great, but I didn't mean that one.
No, this one, Neil. Steve Jones not getting up this hill.
Still very good, yeah, but this one is much better. It's Doug from Atherton.
Oh, I love the Athens.
Nice.
I knew pros are riding e-bikes.
No. This is Doug from Atherton, Queensland, Australia, getting up these steps on his Merida 160.
Oh, let's have a look. Oh, that is some sick skills.
Steps, with more steps. We've seen lots of these.
Yeah, it's all about balance though when you've got them steps in it, because it's low speed, but you've got to keep yourself balanced and centered over the front enough and drive it up there. Doug has nailed it.
You've also got to be good at fixing punctures if you hit them too fast.
Yeah, it's tempting. It is tempting to go faster than the bottom, and it's a lot of fun. If you've got a climb that you've been doing, make sure you get a vid of it, send it in to us at hello@EMBN.
It's down there on the screen.
Yeah, there it is. No excuse, send it in, or you could be on the show next week. It'd be wicked. Wait, before you do anything else, any more watching this show, then make sure you take a look at the store where you can get all of these EMBN goodies, the hats, the
baseball
hoodies,
jersey,
the tees. It's a great way of supporting the channel. Show some love, some cool kit. You'll look rad, and we'll still be here making e-mountain bike videos.
Get involved with the e-bike vault, Martin. Let's get in there.
Right, and we are starting with this one in Carson Valley, Lake Tahoe.
Is that right?
Look at that.
Bulls. Hard tell.
What do you think of that one, Neil?
Don't see many bulls around these neck of the woods.
It's nice.
It is nice.
It's nice.
Didn't win. Masters used to buy for bulls. They never. Yeah, they're quite a big brand, but you just don't see them much in the UK. But
yeah, nice.
It's all right. It's nice. Yeah.
I tell you what, it's a nice looking trail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cold.
Fun. Yeah. Looks fun. Oh, next.
Wow, that's a wicked picture.
Felipe Guides in San Clemente.
What a place to ride.
High bike, strong look, strong photo. That's a super nice.
That's super nice
That's
for
a
me.
super nice if ever I saw.
Because I bet there's loads of good riding around there as well. I've ridden sort of Laguna Beach. There's lots of good stuff around there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, quite fancy.
Looks like a well-known spot, that one.
Yeah.
I think if you're a local, you'd be like, oh, I know that one. I know that one. Yeah, it's good. Oh, yeah.
There we go. It's Marina 160.
Graham, I think that's Graham in Cairns. That looks like Cairns.
It does look like the jungle, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
In fact, yes, I read the email about this. He said he rides it on the World Champs track.
Ooh,
World Champs were there last year, year before.
Yeah.
My memory's terrible.
Graham will be there.
I'm hitting super nice because it's the jungle and it's green bike. It's cool.
Oh, way up. Here we go.
Finnish Lapland.
Jari Vitikala in Finnish Lapland has got 2 bikes in the bike vault. Can't see either of them. It's just 2 big front tyres.
Well, one of them's a cube. I can see that. It's big. Look at the big bash car on the bottom of that.
I'm just so annoyed now. I can't say whether it's super nice or nice.
I'm convinced an e-fat bike in the right circumstances like that.
It's a great idea.
Flipping amazing.
I'm going to give it, even though I don't like there's 2 of them, just because you've won me over, because I do think a fat e-bike is just brilliant. Super nice.
Even imagine that on the beach.
That would be so much fun. Oh, another 2. All right, I'm over the 2 bike rule.
This is him and his son Luca. They've both got e-bikes. We've got Scott, e-genius, and Specialized Levo. Yeah.
Nice
setups.
bikes. 2 super nices there.
You reckon?
I think so.
Boom.
Yeah, I like
Does
it.
look like a fun day out, doesn't it?
Ah, look at this. Marcelo
KTM.
Vargas in Andalusia.
On the beach. Well, we're just talking about beaches.
Nice. Nice.
Nice.
Nice.
Got the big Bosch screen in it.
Yeah. Have you used that screen?
I've not actually, but it does give you loads of info. Give you all navigation stuff as well. So.
Yeah, very cool. It's a
Nice.
cool bike. Nice. Next one, Czech Republic, Michael Spasek.
It's a flipping nice picture again. I like it. It's cool. Trails look good.
Yeah.
Well, it's a nice setting. I'll give it that.
Yeah. I recognise that name.
Do you?
I think I might have said it wrong. It might be Spacek, but it might be a trials rider I know.
Really?
Great looking bike.
I'm on the fence here, Martin. You have to decide.
I think it's a lovely shot of it. It's super nice. Pedals at 3 o'clock.
boom.
Sort of everything right. And look at this one. We've got an Easter message.
We're back in Queensland
Nice.
again.
Wayne Burton. Yeah.
Daisy Hill.
You've got one of those, haven't you?
A high bike enduro. Yeah, it's a great
Yeah.
bike. I'm not seeing that colour way on that one. Grey and orange.
I
and black.
love it. I tell you what, we've got an Easter message as well. It's got to be a super nice.
Go on then.
Surely.
Boom.
Super nice. And last up, we have got Wouter van der Brink.
Algarve, Portugal.
Oh,
I've been there surfing. See, I think you need a surfboard rack and a board on that, and then you can just find. It's quite a long way to drive down some of those breaks. I think that's perfect.
that
Actually, you need
is
a fat bike. as
It's
well,
a
really.
nice looking spot. This is not about you, Neil. It's about this this bike here and Wouter van der Brink's
Nice.
opportunity. I think for all he's done for you in imagination, you should give him a super nice at least.
Boom.
There we go. There we go. We're out of the bike vault, e-bike vault for this week. If you want to get into there, then make sure you send us your bike. There's the email address just there. Send your bike in. You might get super nice.
I want to see a big variety of bikes, your various racks, how you carry your dogs, your other various animals, things like that. More interesting, the better, really.
Well, thanks for watching. Make sure you stay with us. You can do that by clicking just here to see our hard versus soft tyre challenge just there.
Another tyre video up here for e-bike tyres explained. So you know everything about tyres by the time you've seen those both videos.
Yeah, and you can click on the old globe there to subscribe and make sure you give us a thumbs up like. We'll see you next week.